Alright, so in this video we're going to be doing my Shop My Stash. It's been a little bit longer than I normally do. I was going to do it last week, but it was just so freaking crazy busy that I went ahead and I pushed it out for 1 more week. So I did go through some things or work through some things a little bit more. Still not feeling 100% back to normal. Still a little under the weather. So, just kind of forgive me if my voice sounds a little croaky today. My nails are a mess. I just have not felt like doing anything, but I did want to go ahead and get this done. Let's start with our palettes. I'm pretty much going to put everything back except for the Blend Bunny palette. So let me go ahead and pull everything out. And I have like a couple of palettes over here that I'm going to pull too. So let's go ahead and pull these out. I think I want to mainly just focus on like mini palettes this time. I have a lot that I'm thinking about decluttering. As you guys know, we're like getting in the middle of November, and in December I do like my big yearly declutters. So I'm just kind of like right now just playing around with different palettes to see what it is that I'm wanting to declutter, because I've got to get rid of a lot. I have so much up there, and I just reorganized these drawers. I did that video with you guys, and as you can see, this top drawer, it is already full. So yeah, we're going to be getting rid of a lot of things this year, but right now it's kind of like my playing around with palettes to see what it is that I want to get rid of so we can be ready for the next declutter. I'm just going to kind of put these to the side because I'm going to have to rearrange that drawer again before I have any room for these to go. So, like I said, I want to focus on more mini palettes this time. I am going to pull out some bigger palettes, but I do want to get some minis. I'm going to pull out all three of these. These are those Essence palettes. They have 6 pans in them. I haven't really pulled these out in a while, so I want to test these to see if I want to keep any of them. I have a feeling this one I'm probably going to end up decluttering. This is the Coral Me Baby. These two might end up sticking around, but yeah, we want to play around with these and test these out. And I'm probably going to be pulling palettes and just kind of rotating things out in between my Shop My Stash, just so that I can really play around with some of these palettes. But yeah, these are the ones that we're going to be starting with. I'm going to pull out some of these AOA Studio Cherry Blossom ones too. I don't want to keep all of them. I'm going to focus on the ones that I know I want to keep. Let me test these two first, and then we'll play around with these. So we'll pull those two, and then I also want to pull these two. These are from Empties. Let me show you what these look like. These remind me a lot of like the Chanel palettes as far as like the design and like how I feel like they were intentionally made to kind of look that way. These are all shimmers, and then these are all mattes. I've really loved these, but I haven't used them in a while, so I want to play around with these to see if I want to keep them. May end up being decluttered, so let's see what we think in this next rotation. I Shop My Stash. This is that melt palette. I literally just got this, and I think that's it. I know that I want to play around with these little mini ColourPop palettes that I have in the back here, but for now, I think this is a good place to start. Let's see these bigger palettes, if there's anything in here that I want to pull out for this rotation. How about this Love Notes palette? I'm going to pull this one out. We're getting into like the holiday season. This may be a good one to kind of try to get some more use out of. See what I think of this one. I think I'm going to pull out the Euphoria one too. I don't think I've used this once since I bought it. So we're going to pull this one out. I don't want to go like too crazy with the palettes this time around. I think we're good in here. I don't think there's anything in here that I just want to pull out for this rotation. And everything in the top part is fairly new, not counting the Halloween palettes that I had in my background that I just put back in here because I don't have anywhere else to put them at the moment. I think I'm going to pull one more big palette out of this drawer, and that is going to be this one, which is from Malibu Glitz. This is a beautiful one. This reminds me a lot of this one right here, which is the Glam Light palette. I mean, look at that. So freaking pretty. So we're going to test this one out some more. I don't think there's anything up here that I'm just really wanting to pull out in this rotation. Let me think. Most of these, are like collectible palettes that I'm probably never going to get rid of. Actually, one. I'm going to pull out the Dirty Martini palette. This is another one from Glam Light. This is one that I'm not sure if I want to keep or not after this next declutter. So we're going to test this one out. And I think that is going to be it for palettes. All right, so that's going to be it for the big palettes. These smaller ones are going to go in here, but I need to kind of empty this out first. So we're just going to kind of put these to the side until I get everything else done so I have somewhere to put these. All right, so now let's start pulling things over here. This right here is the foundation that I have pulled for the last rotation, but I have almost emptied this one. I have maybe that much left. I have been mixing this one with this one right here, the CoverGirl Extreme. This is the tan, I think, or natural tan. This one can be a little too heavy as far as coverage is concerned, and then this one, of course, is like very lightweight. Combining these two has been giving me the absolute perfect coverage, the perfect formula. I have the perfect finish. I have been loving these two together. So I'm going to keep this one and just put it over here in my empties or project empties since I'm almost finished, and just pull something out for the next rotation. Let's see. We're going to go ahead and pull all this over here because this is the stuff that I rotate out, and then we're going to put some new things over here. So we have this mascara. I'm going to go ahead and keep this mascara out. This is the Essence Another Volume Mascara, just better, which it is not, but I haven't had a chance to really use this, so I'm going to keep this in. And I'm going to put the hard candy liner away, pull all of my lippies. This one, I have to admit, I'm not really liking. This is the Kimchi Chick and Trixie Mattel liquid lipstick. This is the formula that Kimchi has in general, like her regular formula. It's too creamy, if that makes any sense. It doesn't dry down. The way that I've been trying to make this work is that I will apply it, let it sit for a minute, and then blot, do another layer, let it sit again, and then blot. And it works okay for that, but for the most part, I don't really like the formula. But yeah, I really only got this for this packaging, as you guys know. I'm going to keep this one in here too. I haven't really had a chance to use this one. This is the Velvet Lip Mousse from LA Color, so we're going to keep this one in here. We're going to keep this one from Milani Still Kicking too. This is the Under Eye Brightener in Peach, so we're going to go ahead and keep this one out here. I'm going to put this e.l.f. Putty Primer back. I'm going to keep this Flour Baking Powder out. I have used up a lot of powders. I just finished one, and so this is the one that I'm just going to keep out for now. And I'm going to show you what the powder drawer is looking like, and we'll talk about that when we get there. I'm going to go ahead and keep this one from e.l.f. out too. This is the Matte Cream Foundation. Unfortunately, this one is no longer available. This was discontinued, but as you can see, I now have two little pans in the bottom there. I am making really good progress with this one. I've been using this one mainly as a concealer, so we're going to go ahead and keep this one kicking around. The shade is in Buff, by the way. And then, of course, still working on panning these two from AOE Studio. What I'm going to do is, if I don't make much more progress from these by the end of the year, I'm just going to toss them. I love the formula, but they're only $1, and I've had these since I think last year. I can always replace them. So we'll see where we're at the end of 2022. And if I have not made more progress where panning is concerned, I'm probably just going to go ahead and toss these. I have not used this Glamlight Mimosa highlighter at all. I pulled this because I had completely forgotten. I'm going to go ahead and keep this one into, but I completely forgotten that I pulled the Beauty Bakery Milk and Honey palette, and then the one from CoverGirl. I totally forgotten that I pulled those, so I went ahead and I grabbed that Mimosa one. This one, guys, I am telling you, the formula is freaking amazing. It is so freaking shiny. You can literally take your finger and dip into this and apply it to your cheek, because if you use a brush, you can get way too much product. These are so freaking beautiful. This blush palette from BH Cosmetics, I have loved working with this one. I'm going to put back my Viseart bronzer. These two blush sticks from ColourPop, I'm going to end up decluttering these. They're just not very pigmented. They fade so much. Just not really loving them. I'm going to keep the Mimosa highlighter out. Put back the one from Uden's Eye. I love this one. This one is an Orange Sunny. It's so freaking pretty. Just a really pretty bronzy warm tone orange. Gorgeous. Still working on this brow pencil. I think I'm going to keep all of these out. Yeah, we have the NYX brow pen, this Mally pencil. This one is from Aurora. I've almost used that one up, so I'm just going to keep all of these out. So as far as my project empties, I have not touched this Laura Geller, I think, but maybe twice. It's because I've been trying to use up the one from Juno Co. This one right here, which is the Moonshine Prism Cream. I thought that I was going to have this used up, but as you can see, hold on, let me turn on my light. I thought I was going to have this one used up, but as you can see, we're still kicking pretty well in there. I think I've used up maybe half of what I had in here the last time. Should be done by the end of November, but yeah, because I've been focused on this one so much, I have not really used that one, and I haven't used this one from Tarte at all. Still working on this one from She Glam. I pulled in this eye primer from, this is the Flawless Touch from Femme Couture. I got this one from the Dollar Tree. This is really nice eyeshadow primer. So I currently have this one in here. I've been using this Studio Makeup Tinted Moisturizer a little bit more. This one is what I use as a liquid bronzer because it's too deep for me. We have almost completely emptied the Balm, the one from the Balm and the one from CoverGirl. Almost completely done. Still working on the Wonder Cover from LA Studio. These three mascaras right here are almost completely done. That one's from Tarte. That's Laura Geller, I think is what it is. Yeah, this one's from Laura Geller, and then this is from AOA Studio. This one, I swear to God, it is an eyelash primer. This one has been taking so long for me to finish, but we're almost done. And then I'm still working on this one because of the fact that I've been using that deeper shade and mixing it with the Skin Milk. I haven't really been using this one much, but hoping to get this one done over the next month or so as well. All right, so let's put all of this stuff back and then we'll start pulling in some more products. As usual, let's pick a foundation first. You guys, I have been in denial. I have all of these, plus I have these, plus I have the ones that are on the vanity right now, and I have been in denial about needing to declutter. I hate to declutter foundations. I have no problem decluttering, eyeshadow palettes, blushes, highlighters, stuff like that. But when it comes to this stuff, I don't know. I hate decluttering. I like to use them up instead. But as you can see, I really need to get the stuff down. So whenever I do my declutter, I'm going to be decluttering foundations as well. But for now, I know that I want to pull this one. This is from AOA Studios. It is the Vita Glow Tinted Moisturizer. This is a really, really nice formula. What I think I want to do is mix this one in with that lighter shade of the Extreme Wear to see, what those two mixed up would be like. But this is going to be the foundation that we're going to pull. Now we need a concealer. I have the e.l.f. matte foundation. I also have the Juvia's Place and then the one from, where to go, from Chic Glam right here. So I have these. But I think I do want to go ahead and pull another concealer out because I have so many in here that I have not been using and I do need to use some more up. In fact, we're going to pull this one. I have not used this one in a while. We're going to pull this one. This is the Born This Way Multitask Sculpted Concealer. So this is the concealer that we're going to pull. I already have this flour baking powder, so we don't need to pull a powder. But as you can see, I wanted to show you guys the drawer. I have emptied over half of my powders. When I did my last Shop My Stash, I realized I had a lot of powders that were half empty or less than half empty, so I'll just work through those. You will see all the ones that I emptied in the second half of my Speed Reviews product empties video that will be going up on Saturday. So you'll see all the powders I emptied, and I did empty quite a few. I do want to go ahead and pull a pressed powder as well. So I'm going to pull this one from, this is from JCat, is the Aquasurance. I'm going to go ahead and pull this one as well. I don't really get a lot of uses out of my pressed powder, so I want to pull this one as well as having that loose one from Beauty Bakery. All right, now for a primer, and I need to pull something that I either haven't used yet or haven't used in a while. I want to use this one from Hard Candy. I haven't used this one yet. You know what? This one is newer to my collection. This one came from BoxyCharm. Let me see what this one is like. Doesn't seem like there's a whole lot in here. 30 milliliters, 1 fluid ounce, so typical amount. But this is the Dominique Blur and Moisture Serum Primer. Let's give this one a try and see what we think. So moving on over here, I'm going to pick a bronzer. What is this one? I cannot read that name. Kinder Beauty, Kind Bronze. I got this one out of a BoxyCharm. The way that it looks reminds me so much of the butter bronzers from, Physicians Formula? I think that's what it is, Physicians Formula. So I've been wanting to try this one, so I'm going to pull this one, and then I'm also going to pull one more bronzer. This one right here. This is the Sun Glow from Giove. It's a shimmer bronzer. This one I have loved. This one I got off a Shop Missy, but I've noticed that it has not been performing the same, so I want to give this a few more tries and see. This one may end up being decluttered, so I just want to try it out a little bit more before I decide. Now for highlighters. Do I want to pull anything in the top here? Everything up here, I'm pretty sure that I know that I'm going to be keeping some form or another. Maybe some of these Kiko Milano ones. What is this one? Hold on. This is the Unexpected Paradise from Kiko Milano. Oh my God, still has that like coconut tropical scent. Let me pull this one. Let's try this one out a little bit more and see what we think. And I still have the mimosa one that I may try to pull. This is another one from Kikomono. This one I got last year. I have a feeling that it may have broken again. If you watched my declutter that I did over the summertime, I had 2 of these. I ended up throwing one away. I had to repress this one because when I ordered it from Ulta, it came broken, and the way that it's looking right now, I think it might have broken again, but we'll see. Let me carefully open this and see what it's looking like. No, as you can see, it's still pressed in there. Looks okay, so we're going to keep this one in here, though I don't think I'm going to use that one this go round, but I think I am going to use this one. This is the other one. I got this. Was this part of the holiday collection last year? I think this was the year before, and I think this one was last year. The Holiday Fable. Yeah, this was the one from last year. This was the year before. So let's try this one again. I may end up decluttering a couple of these. So let's try this one. And I think I want to try a cream or liquid one as well. Oh gosh, let's see, what do we have in here? Actually, let's try this one. This is one that I'm also not sure if I'm going to want to keep or declutter later. This is from LYS. It is their Aim High Pressed Highlighter Powder. This one is in Brave Champagne. I think that's what that says. I love the cream blush, but this one I'm not so sure about. So let's try this one. So that's going to be it for highlighters. Let's see what we got for blush. Actually, you know what? Let me go over here. I think I want to do another blush palette. I want to pull this one into my collection. This is the Pink Ruby Blush and Highlighter Palette. This one has a really pretty like red, and there's an orange in there. So I'm going to give this one a little bit more of a try before I decide if we're going to keep this or declutter later. So that one had an orange and a red. Let's see what I can pull over here. That's more of a pink. You know what? I want to give this one another spin. I'm thinking about decluttering these two. I've had these for a while. These are my Cover FX blushes. I need to play around with these some more, so I'm going to pull this one out. This is Mojave Mauve. I don't even hear people talking about Cover FX anymore. Like, they have just, like, completely, I don't know, like, disappeared off the map. People don't talk about them anymore, but I want to try this one out. And then I'm probably going to pull this one in as well. If I'm just not really wowed by them anymore, they're probably going to get decluttered. So let's pull this one. And then I want to pull a couple of creams. Well, actually, these. I need to pull these. These are those plush blushes that I got in my last, was it the Shop Miss A haul? I still have not used these yet. So we're going to pull, I guess all 4 of them. And I'll try them out. Is that all we want to do? I really need to pull this one. Do I want to pull this one? This is that cream one from Patrick Ta. I think I'm going to pull this one too. And that might be it. Yeah, I think it's going to be it for this one. And then, yeah, I think that's going to be it for this one. I just realized I didn't pull a liner or a mascara. I'm going to pull this one. I love this one. This is the Level Up one from Sharon C. I've had this for a while, so I really need to go ahead and use this one up. And then liner. I'm just going to pull this one from Bella Forever. I've really just been kind of rotating them out, so we're going to pull this one out. All right, now I am going to reorganize, and then I will come back and I'll show you what everything looks like when I'm finished. Everything is looking good. I have so much stuff over here. The eyeshadow palettes, the highlighters, the blushes, but we're going to test everything out. I'll probably just put things away as I use them, I form my thoughts with them. So by the time you see the next Shop My Stash, everything here will probably be looking different. I realized that I didn't pick any lippies, so I went ahead and I grabbed those off camera. I got the one from WandaVision and Ulta Beauty. It's just a really pretty red. This one is from Joa. This is the TMI Velvet Lip Color in What Would You Do? Beautiful Nude. I'm just going to use this one from LA Colors as my orangey shade. And then this one is from Milani. I think this is just one of these statement lipsticks in Blushing Beauty. Just a really pretty pink. So we're going to do that. And I just put that blush palette over here since I didn't have any room for it anywhere else. I also realized that I forgot to do my setting spray. So we're going to do that real quick. I've been using the one from Revolution. This is the Conceal and Define Infinite. I thought I was going to use it up, but as you can see, there's still a decent amount in there. So I'm going to switch this one out. And I'm going to pull the one from Hard Candy. This is the Defend Sheer Envy Setting Spray. That's what's in this bottle. The sprayer on this one is just terrible. So I just pour it into this one from Airway Studios because the sprayer on this one is so much better. So this is the one that I'm going to pull for this rotation. And that is going to be it, guys. Yeah, I'm really, really trying to get more use out of my makeup. I know when I get ready to do my next collection and declutter video, there's going to be a lot going out. I've really got to get rid of a lot of things going into 2023. You know, when you review makeup, you know, as a job, part-time job, whatever, you get a lot of new stuff going in. So you got to get rid of the old stuff to make room for the new stuff. If you enjoyed the video, please be sure to give the video a thumbs up. It really does help my channel. If you are new to my channel and you are not already subscribed, I would love it if you would please consider joining the family, hitting subscribe, and make sure you tap the notification bell so you can notified of any videos coming up in the future. You can also follow me on my other socials. I'm on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. Be safe, take care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.